Hello, students. A pleasant day. I am Miss G. Come on and let's dive in a deep blue sea and find out how marvelous the life underwater. Only here in a world where food is life and cooking is magical. The cookery class. And to start with, let me introduce to you the definition of seafood. Seafood is any form of sea life regarded as food by humans, and seafood includes fish and shellfish. So, do you want to expand your awareness about seafood? Let me give you the lesson objective. Identify types, varieties, market forms, nutritive value, and composition of fish and seafoods. Next is to identify steps in processing fish. Now, let's find out first how seafood is being classified. There are two types of seafood, the fin fish and shellfish. Let us discuss them one by one. Fin fish, they are fish with fins and internal skeletons. There are also two types of fin fish, and they are the saltwater and freshwater fish. Examples are sole and grouper for flat and round fish under saltwater, and we also have the most popular tilapia and catfish, which belongs to freshwater fish. Next is shellfish. They are fish with external shells and no internal bone structure. They have hard outer shells which serves as their protective covering. And just like the finfish, there are also two types of shellfish. They are the mollusk and crustaceans. Mollusks are soft sea animals which divided into three categories. Bivalves, which have a pair of hinged shells, like clams. Next is univalve with single shell. An example of this is abalone. And lastly, cephalopods, like squid and octopus. And for the crustaceans, they are the animals with segmented shells and jointed legs. Are you familiar with crabs and shrimps? They are examples of crustaceans. Now let's move on to market forms. When we say market forms of fish, they are the common type of fish available in the market. The first one is whole or round, completely intact as caught. This means not even a single part is being removed. Next is drone, viscera removed. What is viscera, by the way? Viscera are internal organs. Followed by dress, viscera, scales, head, tail, and fins are removed. Next is steaks, cross-section slices, and each containing a section of backbone, just like the cut of bangus when we are cooking sinigang or paksiw. Followed by fillet, boneless side of fish, with or without skin. This is commonly purchased in frozen state. Next is butterfly fillet. Both sides of a fish is still joined, but with bones removed. So are you familiar with daing? That's an example of butterfly fillet. And lastly, sticks or tranches. They are the cross-section slices of fillet. Now showing you the pictures of the market forms of fish. Since we are already familiar into the different market forms, let me now introduce to you the method of cooking seafood according to standard recipe. Steaming. Steaming is a gentle fat-free cooking method that keeps the natural moisture in food. So this method uses the steam from a simmering water or simmering liquid, usually water. It can also be wine or broth to transfer heat and cook the food. Next is grilling. It works it works best for meatier, firmer flesh, thin fish cut into steaks or fillet with skin. Next is microwaving. Microwaving is particularly suited to cooking thin, skinless fillet of fish. In doing this, you have to begin by arranging the fish in a single layer in a microwavable dish. Next is marinating. Many fish and shellfish benefit from a quick soak in a marinade to boost flavor and help retain moisture. This is done prior to cooking to boost the flavor and help retain the moisture of food. Next is thawing. This means simply being out from its frozen state. Poaching. Poaching is a moist heat method of cooking where food is submerged in a bath of flavorful liquid that kept just below the boiling point. What are those liquid? It must have vinegar and salt. Next is pan searing. Pan searing is a technique that works well for cooking fish, steaks, and thicker, shorter fillet of fish. Means the surface or outer part are being scorched or a little brown in color. Lastly is baking. This method of cooking helps maintain the natural juice from the fish, make it and makes its own flavor. Now let's go on to the steps in processing fish. The first step is grading. So what is grading? Grading means sorting. It can be by size or by quality, followed by removal of slime. This can be done with the help of salt. So to the slime to be easily removed. Next is scaling and washing. Beheading, followed by gutting, cutting away the fins, and slicing or filleting. So in cutting away the fin, it is done by using either knife or scissor. And in slicing, it is your choice of cut. And that ends our lesson for today. You may visit your kitchen and start cooking. Have a great day.